We're still waiting on a half-time score from Geelong West Cricket, but at quarter time, Geelong West Cricket 4-2 were leading Anarchy 1-4.
Well, yeah, Baker's Oval, isn't he supposed to be doing that?
He is, but he's probably sleeping. Oh, there's the good kick in from Collins. Collins did get control of the ball, and the boy we've been, the boy again, I've called him a boy, that's about the 10th time
My man Howard.
Mick Howard a boy. He's just stood his ground there right in the goal square and put the big paws up and taken a mark 10 metres out, if that, probably 5 metres out.
They might have heard you, Pete.
Did he play centre-half back or centre-half forward for most of his life, Fano?
Oh, I reckon he played at centre-half forward because I reckon...
So he should kick this then?
McNamara and onto Hogg centre-half back and he's missed it.
Oh, Laurie to Goldie.
You're joking. Where's the white paint?
You know in the AFL when they go from one forward pocket to the other forward pocket across the goals, Laurie gets up and walks out of the lounge room. He gets that scared. He reckons they shouldn't do that.
Well, that was a shocking thing. We'll quickly go through the scores in the GFL at half-time. Bell Park 6-7 to St Albans 2-7. In the North Shore St Joey's game, the round of the supposed to be the game of the round, as Corio run back into the goal square and have another ping, but only to kick a point. North Shore 9-4, 58 are leading St Joey's 5-9. The godson can't be have the kicker boots on there, Laurie. St Mary's and Geelong West St Peters, closer tussle there, but not real good kicking from St Mary's. 7-4, leading St Mary's 4-12. Grovedale and Newtown, it's all even out at the Grovedale ground, 8-4 apiece, and Leopold and Lara have got a bit of a lead there, 9-660, leading Leopold 5-4-34. We do have a half-time at Geelong West Cricket, and they're really sticking it to the boys from Koala Country. Geelong West Cricket are 10-3, 63, leading Anarchy 3-5, 23. Okay, back to the game here at Richmond Crescent. We see Corio have butted up with push into the forward line a couple of times, weren't able to convert. Eastern Suburbs have turned the ball over down the far wing, and the ball has ended up 30 metres out in the hands of the coach of the Eastern Suburbs side in Adam Sheridan.
It'll be interesting to see if West can sustain what they're doing out at Baker's Oval with the boys not training real well lately.
Yeah, they want a fair lead to be able to get over that last quarter. Sheridan onto the left boot, and looks pretty good from here, and he's banged through his second for the day, and the fifth now on the scoreboard for the Eastern Suburbs side. The Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard sees them move on to 5-4, leading Corio 3 goals, very inaccurately 11. And we push in about the 4 or 5 minute mark.
Yes, Corio could have had this game wrapped up, couldn't they?
Well, I think they could have, Noel. You know, they just haven't been able to convert, albeit good pressure from the back line of the Eastern Suburbs side.
Throw in the centre of the ground. Saltamarca gets the hands on the ball again, pushes it forward. It's only been pushed back out, forked out to Baker on the wing and sees the ball over the boundary for a throw in. Smith it was, Paul Smith. Boundary umpire about to throw it in.
They cheat, Laurie. They both got blonde hair.
Yeah, they do. Good throw in. Saltamarca again grabs the ball this time. Doesn't need a rover. Puts boot the ball. Kicks the ball up to the wing. The players run onto the ball. It's a bit scrappy just in there at the moment. Eastern Suburb guys push the ball out. Sean O'Leary dives on it, gets the ball onto the right foot, screws it around, and is running towards the 50-metre line, but the Cry defence stands firm again, and I think it's going to be seen over the boundary line for another throw in right on the far side of the ground.
Just maybe showed a little bit of lack of pace there, Adam Sheridan, with Crow defence taking it away from him.
Well, I think he's got a bit of a sore leg, Noel, so
Yeah,
I guess in all fairness, it's pretty hard to play when you're a little bit injured. And the umpires plucked a free kick out here, and it looks like it might be going to Saltamarca.
Yep.
Kicks the ball into the centre of the ground.
Gee, he's a long way down, Stefanovski.
Stefanovski doesn't play that far down the ground as a rule. It's a poor kick though. Kaya player rushes onto the ball. Kicked, but good play there, couldn't pick the ball up, so he kicked off the ground. I think the boundary line's going to beat everybody, and it's over the line for another throw in, this time near the broadcast box. The players seem to have their minds on the job now. There's a bit of urgency in this game now, and Corio have to get back into this game. And Ferguson, oh, he's a big, strong boy. Works his body there nicely, gets the ball, kicks it into the forward pocket. The players run on it hard there, and I think one of the players pushed the ball over the boom was Sheehan, and there'll be another throw in. Just a little bit scrappy. Players set themselves waiting for the throw in. Ruck, Braniff, no one got a decisive touch out, goes out to Keating. Keating, a good player, moves the ball across the wing, and it's a lovely kick this time out onto the other side of the ground there, and Bigham's got it.
Bigham quickly plays forward to Paul Smith, tries to get around his opposing player there, but can't do that, and only goes over forces the ball over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in on the far centre wing.
Good smother. That's 2 good smothers today.
That is 2 good smothers on Turk, and Saltamarchio go up in the ruck work. Ball's pushed down by the Eastern Suburbs side through Gray. Gray pushes it forward to Braniff. Braniff can't get it clear, but finally does get a quick handball out to Stefanowski, only to go to ground. Bingham picks it up, looks back towards the centre corridor. Can't find anyone there. Collins looking to put his body in, but can't do so. But Baker picks it up for the Corio side. Didn't really have a look then, and just blazed down towards the forward line where the ball's been marked there by Sean Rundle. Rundle plays on quickly, bit of an ordinary kick, and ball's been pushed back into the full forward line, and Mick Howard has made amends this time and banged it through from 3 metres this time, so he was a bit closer than last.
Grin on his face.
And gets Corio's first goal since quarter time. Okay, and that's gone to the big number 8 for the Corio side in Mick Howard, and timely one. You kind of sensed there, Laurie, you made the comment that Corio need to do something. I think you're right. You were sensing that Eastern Suburbs was really starting to get a roll on.
Yep.
And then through Collins and Baker, they...
Well, that's stemmed the tide a bit now, Pete, hasn't it?
Well, it's got them back almost square for the card, so... We're back in the centre of the ground. Umpire O'Keefe throws the ball up. Saltamarchio tries to get it down and can't do so. That ball goes quickly to ground now, and Baker runs onto a bouncing ball through centre half forward. He, in turn, quickly turns it over again through Gundry. Gundry gets it out to Bingham. Ricky Bingham turns, looking for the centre of the ground where Keating's run down the ground, and he's taken a very, very good chest mark, unopposed, 30 metres out directly in front for the Corio Devils.
Good vision there, Pete.
It was good vision, and he too was only a young fella, Ricky Bingham. He's always played most of his footy with Corio, and was able to see Keating. Keating, there must be something wrong with that footy, or the boys haven't been practising enough. That is a shocking kick from Keating, who's normally a very, very good kick of the ball.
Down the field.
Ball's come off hands, and Mick's been pushed away.
Mick's saying, I like this.
And it was Collins, I think, or Valleys, it might be, has been given a free kick.
It's Collins.
Jamie Collins, is it?
Yeah. Your man.
It was interesting that Hill and Collins came together. They played in the interleague team together, so was it show no mercy, show no favours? And Collins will have a kick from deep in the forward pocket. On goal, has a ping at goals, and I think he's threaded that.
Yeah.
And he has done so. A very, very good goal from the position he was kicking there, and that now is Collins' second goal, and the second goal for the quarter for Corio, who now chip closer. Only 1 point, I think, away from the Eastern Suburbs side. And a timely goal on the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard. We've been going about 10 minutes now into this quarter. 10 minutes into the third quarter, the championship quarter of football. Laurie take over from Mr. O'Keefe there.
Mr. O'Keefe, he's about to throw the ball up. It's a nice throw too. Samarkio gets on hands on the ball, pushes forward. Indivog was grabbed high, no free kick. Plays pushed on. Scrimmages again, the umpire will come in, and I think he'll repeat the dose again. He came in there pretty quick.
He's in a hurry.
They do that in Warrnambool.
Do they? He's going to repeat it again. Another throw up. Up it goes, nice and high again. Solomaki jumps, gets a hit down again, pushes the ball out. The pack forms again. His umpires awarded a free kick this time out of there, and it's going to go to Alfred. Darren McNamara, I should say. Here he goes. Kicks the ball out. Keating's slipped when he probably should have held his feet. Pushes out a little bit. Baker pushes the ball out. Bumped off there. Lovely handball out there by
Bingham it was.
Lazarus. Keating kicks the ball into the forward line. 2 hands up, pushes the ball away. Oh, that's got to be a mark. Man in front. Lovely mark by Daisy Williams there. Settles down, looking for leads. There's not too many forthcoming. Kicks the ball in, and Don Stefanowski doesn't mark it, gets a free kick. A little bit of harsh treatment there. Went to ground, gets up. Umpire's waiting on the ball to be returned. Now it is. And John will kick the ball, I should imagine, long. He kicks the ball long into the forward line. Fergie jumps up high there, gets the ball to ground. That's good work. He didn't get it, but he got the ball to forward line. It's now inside the 50. Kick off the ground. Danny Ruck puts hands on the ball, but can't achieve what he wanted to do with the ball. And the ball now is pushed back into the forward line. Bit of danger here for the Suburbs, but good defensive play by Corio, running the ball out. A lovely handball by McNamara there into the ground, into the centre of the ground. Chipped the ball around nicely, and out on the other side of the ground there was Alfred.
In turn, pushes the ball back across the centre of the ground to where McNamara takes a kick. Oh. He kicks it long into the forward line, but there's been an infringement on play, and that infringement's been by Mark Buckingham, and a free kick there has gone to the number 16 for the Corio side, and that is John Bolchkovic. Plays on quickly, looking to ping it up where Mick Howard sets himself, but sets himself from behind, and it's not the right thing to do, and Andrew Hill puts his body in front and takes a good mark. Plays on quickly over to Scott Ferguson. Ferguson in turn turns quickly, looking up the wing, looking for a player. Ball goes to ground. No clear possession there by the Eastern Suburbs in Buckingham, but ball's pulled back into the pack, and we'll have a bounce up. Umpire McMaster will take control of the ball. Ferguson looks like having a run in the ruck now for the Eastern Suburbs side. Goes up with Onturk. Onturk gets a bit of a punch down. Ball goes through there, through Lynch. Lynch takes a bounce running across the ground, takes a second bounce, takes a third bounce, but making no ground at all. Turns onto the boot. Sheehan gives him a bit of a lead. Kicks it out in front of Sheehan. He gets control. Quick handball back, looking for Peters. Peters can't get there first. The number 19 in Bingham, young Bingham, does get there first, and he plays on, but the ball's been stolen away from him. Sheridan picks it up, takes a bounce down the ground. A big leap over the top of the back by Shelley, who's given away a free kick to Camerotto. Now this boy can kick a footy, and has a quick look and says, I'll pass it in here to where Ferguson has run from one end of the ground to the other. Very unselfish play there by Paul Camerotto. Kicked it in, Scotty Ferguson 5 metres out, and has banged on another major for the Eastern Suburbs side.
Nice little sneak though from Sheridan to get the ball away from the Corio fellas.
It was a real thief job, and very well done.
It certainly was, and it's the sort of play they've got to do. They impress me when they play like that. I think they're capable of doing that more often. I could see Fergie stand there. I don't know whether you could, Peter, out of the corner of your eye there, but he was standing there, wait. The ball come over, and he finished it off nicely.
Okay, on the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard, the score now has Eastern Suburbs at 6 goals 4 and Corio 5 goals 11. Umpire O'Keefe throws the ball in the air, no clear knockdown. Keating tries to paddle it forward in front of him. Vallis for Corio gets control only as far as Keating again. A quick handball. He turns, straightens up onto the right foot, looking down for Howard, but chipping in front of Mick Howard is Jamie Collins, who's having a bit of a spell in the forward pocket at the moment, and he's taken a well timed mark about 30 metres out on about a 45-degree angle.
Bread and butter stuff for you, Laurie, this one.
Well, what I've seen of this lad, Noel, I think he'll kick it.
Yeah.
And Collins does thread the needle, and a good goal. Good goal to Corio through Jamie Collins.
How many is that, Peter?
That's Collins' third for the day so far, and their third for the quarter.
Very impressive, Peter Collins. How did he go in the league?
He was very, very good. He's very similar in play to Andy Williams from Geelong West Cricket. He's got a really short wheelbase. If you can understand what the terminology is there, his backside's fairly close to the ground. He's very, very hard to knock off the ball.
So he's a short wheelbase four-wheel drive.
Short wheelbase four-wheel drive. Goes hard at the ball.
That's it.
Umpire McMaster back in the centre of the ground, throws it up. Saltamakia goes up for the ball with On-Turk now into the ruck. Ball goes to ground. Keating tries to get control, can't do so. Saltamakia steals it off him, turns, straightens up and kicks it forward, but only as far as King for the Corio side. King, the fullback, tries to play on. The big hand of Scotty Ferguson goes up and paddles the ball forward, and O'Leary tries to save it, and the ball is only able to be pushed over the boundary line and out of bounds.
I nearly fell out of the truck then.
Noel's trying to dance up here.
It's not that big up here, Noel.
Boundary umpire throws it in. Braniff tries to make position in front of ruck there, but can't do so, and the ball just gets tied up in a pack, and we'll have a throw up there by umpire McMaster. Braniff and Ferguson and ruck all in the ruck area for the footy. Can't get control. Shelley does. Breaks through the pack, looking to straighten up. Swings off Camerotto. Puts it onto the right boot, but only as far as Saltamakia there trying to chip in. He can't get control of the ball, but it's kicked off the ground. It goes forward down the wing. Smith takes control of it. Takes one bounce. Takes a second bounce, but can't get it any further than Gundry. Gundry turns onto the left, looking for Howard, but not moving too quick, Mick, and Andy Hill picks it up in front of him and looks for the safety of the boundary line and kicks it over the boundary line, gives them about a 60-metre buffer.
And it also gives the sponsors something to have a look at.
And I think that Mick would just lacked a little bit of pace there.
That it happens when you get over 38.
Right, boundary umpire about to throw the ball in. Up it goes. Saltamakia goes up, grabs it this time out of the centre, runs with a good play, kicks the ball onto the wing. Ferguson, who's tried his heart out since he's come onto the ground, and he's given something up the forward line there, Peter, and around the ground. He's going to be one of these guys they're going to have to watch.
Well, you talk about Mick being 38 and old. I reckon Mick Howard, a banky, I think he'd know what pound, shillings and pence were. Anyway, the ball's been thrown back in, and it's come off hands. Wow. Through goes Gemmell. Gemmell onto Braniff. Braniff turns quickly onto the left, looking for Shorty Peters, and Peters, under a little bit of pressure there and a good headlock, gets a mark or a free kick, and he's going to set the Eagles into attack. Looking for something now. He gets a lead off Sheridan and looks for him. Sheridan up quickly in front of Shelley, but can't get control, and Shelley paddles the ball over and out of bounds deep into the Eagles attacking zone, about 50 metres around from the scoring goal square. Thrown in now. Ferguson, front position, down, but only sharked by McNamara. McNamara goes over. Sheehan tries to pop it back in again. Beauty. Shelley chips in, gets the ball over again through teammate Alford. Alford turns, kicks the ball looking for McNamara, can't find him. Keating tries to chip in, can't do so. They pick the ball up. The ball goes down to King, who's a long way down away from his goal square. Oh, a good heavy bump there from Braniff. Through goes Sheridan. Sheridan trying to paddle the ball forward, can't do so. It comes clear again, looking to get it back into the corridor. Handballs it to Camerotto, and Camerotto lines up 15 metres out from goal, and he has goaled it.
Laurie, I didn't hear much reaction there from Peter when they gave the Tiger score.
The Tiger score. No, I didn't.
I was busy at the time.
He was busy at the time. It didn't go over the top.
I hate those guys back at 100.3. I told them they are not to tell me what the score is if we're down. and he slipped one into me and said, the Tigers are down by 19 points, I think it was, wasn't it, Fenner?
There was some good play there from Sheridan. He got a nice handball out to Camerotto there.
Who cares? I'm sulking now.
You can sulk. I'll have a go.
And I'll tell you what, it's a 1-point ball game here at Richmond Crescent.
Thank you very much.
Didn't think you'd picked it up.
Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard now shows the visitors' scoreboard. Corio 6 goals 11 47, leading Eastern Suburbs 7 goals 4 46. Laurie.
Okay, the ball now rushes quickly into the forward line of Suburbs. Oh, it's tough bump there, but there was no free kick coming forward. Corio now relay the ball out. Nice long kick into the forward line there. Collins runs onto the ball. There's danger for the Suburbs when he's around the football. Lovely little toe poke out. Very, very clever. Gets the ball out to Lazarus. Intercepted by Saltamarco, who's playing a pretty good game and relieves it momentarily for the Suburbs. Kicks the ball out onto the other side of the ground there, where Rundle moves the ball out nicely on the far side of the wing. They've moved the play across the other side of the ground. Now, long kick.
Chris Gamble it was.
Gamble was it. Keating goes to the ground looking for a free kick, but there's no free kick. The umpire's not going to be fooled there. He rushes in now, though, and he's going to make a decision. This time it looks like it might be going to Paul Smith, I think. Paul Smith, wobbly kick. Some of those kicks left a little bit to be desired. Pushes the ball forward. Bingham, I think it was, then run on the ball. He showed a bit of speed. Snaps it over the shoulder, but it's far wide and handsome, and it's out for 1 point.
Bolchakovic. Young fella, included in the side very, very late. We're at about the 18-minute mark of the third quarter here. The Lexus of Wyndham quarter of match of the day.
And a very nice motor car they are.
John Stefanossi going to bring the ball in. Little toe poke over the other side of the ground there was
Gordon Collins on the ground.
Takes his time now. He kicks the ball outside the scoring zone. Now it's brought back in again by Corio. They're chipping the ball around. There's a lovely little pass there, and guess who's got it? It's Collins.
That was well done from Jimmy Onturk too. Got the ball over and chipped it into Collins.
Very nice. Okay.
Jamie Collins, not Gordon Collins.
Jamie off 2 steps. I think he's done it again. I think he's done it again. No, this time it's gone the side of the stick, and only 1 point as a result. But he looks a very, very good player.
3 goals, 2 for the day for Jamie Collins so far.
John Stefanossi again. Doesn't know where to go with it. Now he does. Fergie's there. Jump up Fergie. Pushes the ball out, but only to a Corio player. Packs on. Stacks on Mill. They're all jumping on top. Umpire gives every chance to get it out, but he's going to come in and have a bounce. By James, he's running quick, that umpire.
I think he's keen to bounce the ball, Laurie.
Okay, he's going to throw it up. Throws up hard. Solomon comes into the ball. Grabs it again out of the ruck. Does this quite a bit. Gets the ball on. Not such a good kick. I think it's over the line for a throw in.
Now, Laurie, if you were coaching Corio, what would you do about him grabbing the ball? He's been doing it all day.
I'd double up on him. You'd have 2 ruckmen, one over the back, one over the front. The ball's actually gone out of bounds on the full, and Shelley will take the kick in. Looks to put it into the corridor, but finds Keo Inthevong, the Cinnamon Ruck Rover for the Eastern Suburb side. He pushes the ball over to Saltamarco, back to Inthevong again, turns onto the right, downfield looking for Braniff. He can't get possession, but McNamara can. Handballs quickly over to Jamie Collins. Collins, long handball to through the middle there in Alford. Alford looking down the ground, big long kick, but not that well directed, and only as far as Sean Rundle. Rundle quickly turns on, looking for Stefanossi, who's put himself on the central wing area. A good mark there by John Stefanossi. He in turn looking to push it back into the corridor. Does so through Dean Lynch. Lynch slowing things down a little bit now, looking for a lead. Gets one from O'Leary, but a pretty ordinary kick there. And it's gone out. O'Leary can't get control of it. Onturk Ken pushes the ball back. Handball quickly back through McNamara. Hands on. Goes left onto the left foot through Collins again, but Bigham jumps in front of him. So does Inthevong, but Collins gains possession. Big high goose step out of the pack there and looks to send the ball back in through Ricky Lazarus. Lazarus turns onto the right foot, looks for the goal square that's unmanned. Baker takes an easy mark and pops it through for a great goal there, and a very, very timely goal by the number 14, Paul Baker. His second for the day, and Corio have kicked their 7th goal for the day. They scored 3 goals in the first quarter and none in the second, and they've kicked 4 in this third quarter of footy.
And Baker's kicked that out to Newcombe, that ball.
Yes, the Eastern Suburbs went forward. They're breaking down the forward line. Look at last week I saw Sean O'Leary play really well on the forward line. Today he hasn't been sighted, you know. I don't know the reason for why. They don't go direct enough for something.
He led very well for the ball then, and the kick to him was a shocker.
Yep.
But they all seem to be kicking the ball indifferently, don't they?
Might be the ball, mate. It seems to wobble a bit.
Might have a bit of lack of air or something.
Umpire O'Keefe throws it up, no clear possession again. Inthavong tries, Soldamakia tries, King tries, who's a long way away from his full back position. He seems to have come up the ground following his player there. O'Keefe takes control again, throws it up. Soldamakia gets it down through Camerotto. Just on the ground is Singleton. He can't get a possession, looks to run off Sheridan, can't do so. Peters can, and looks for that young O'Leary that Laurie was just mentioning. A very, very good kick there by Shorty Peters. Found Sean O'Leary 25 metres out directly in front. We're about 26, 27 minutes gone in this quarter, and this will be a very, very handy one for the Eastern Suburbs side. And Sean O'Leary has popped it through, his first for the day and the fourth for the quarter for the Eastern Suburbs side. Score now, Lexus of Wyndham sees the Eastern Suburbs side 8 goals 4.
That was a lot better, Peter, wasn't it? Sorry.
7 goals 13.
That was a lot better. They had a lot of purpose in their forward movement then, rather than just going wide. They look for Sean. As you said, he got cut off before. I guess that's good play, but they've got to look for him, and he's a good finisher. He doesn't miss too many.
Sometimes I think it matters more who's actually kicking the ball. Some of the guys at their disposal, when they've got the ball, they kick as if they're under pressure, and they're actually under no pressure, and they're shockers.
Exactly.
But doesn't that come from the team around you when you're not being told?
Talk, Noel.
Yes.
That's what it all comes down to. Ball back in the centre of the ground. A big knockdown by Soldamakia. Kyo Inthavong tries to take possession. He can't. Gundry from Corio also tries to take possession. Ball spills to Camerotto, tries to turn onto the left, but an infringement there on Peters. Peters will take the imposing free kick, turns quickly onto the right foot looking for Ferguson. He can't get it. Daniel Singleton does for the Eastern Suburbs time. Quick chip over looking for Adam Sheridan. Ball spills forward, and Sheridan doesn't miss too many of those. Ball bounced over the defender of the Corio team's head and into Adam Sheridan's hands. He only had to turn on a threepence and pop it through for a goal, which he has done. And that's his third. Pretty handy for a forward pocket to be
exactly
picking
Peter.
up 3 goals at this time of the day.
And you notice
you make your own luck in this game, and
Exactly.
he read that fairly well. But I've got to give credit to Fergie again. Then he pushed the ball to the ground. He made something out of nothing, pushed the ball out, and moved the ball forward and a goal.
Eastern Suburbs now back in front on the Lexus Wyndham scoreboard, 9-4-58, leading the Corio side 7-13-55. Umpire McMaster throws the ball in the air. Quick tap down, sees Camerotto get it. Turns onto the left boot, quick kick down through centre half forward. Ball goes to Sheehan. He's pulled off the ball by the scruff of the neck, but able to get a handball away into no man's land. Darren Shelley for Corio. He picks it up. Looks to kick the ball back through Alford. Alford takes a quick bounce looking for Baker on the central wing area and finds him in front of David Peters. Central wing now, looking for a lead. Gets one from Gundry, but doesn't choose that option. Looking now for Bigham. He gives him a lead, still standing. Now goes back and takes the first option and looks to chip it into Gundry. Gundry manned up by Damien Williams. Williams hands high in the air. Ball slowed down a little bit now. Out comes Williams and Smith. Stavanuto. That was close. Wrong team. Over to Williams. Williams, a long kick down to Braniff. Braniff punches the ball over. Daniel Singleton leads in the race for the ball, but Shelley chips in front of him and toes it off the ground. He can't get a possession and keeps paddling and chipping it along by toe. In pops the number 18 for the Eastern Suburbs in Kelvin Gray. He gets the possession and tries to chip it forward. Doesn't go too far. And good tackle there by Braniff. And I think the umpire, his back was to that. Like that was on the other side of the play. I don't think he could see the hand, and he's called it.
Well, he's closer than me, and I saw it.
Yeah, but you're a bit higher. No, I favour the umpire there. He had his back and he's played a ball up.
Right, there's a ball up now, and I think he's going to have to do it again. No, he's sorted a free kick out there. I didn't quite see what that is. It's going to go to Intavog. He plays on from a handball. Camerotto, who's lifted his game a little in this last 10 minutes. And I think Adam Sheridan's run onto and taken a nice mark and every chance to kick another goal. He's already kicked 3 goals.
I reckon he might be a bit far out because he won't kick it on his right foot. He's had one shot from out there.
And the Corio boy did the right thing by hanging on to him.
Push him out a bit further.
Yep.
I think he might kick this one. In he comes. Long way out, he's taking all his time. Get over the ball, he's doing everything right. Boot the ball, it's a good long kick. It's off target, and that's the siren. Has just sounded the end of the third quarter. And
no score there as the siren goes. A long left footer. He's really favouring that.
You can see he's trying to kick
knee.
that distance, isn't he?
And 3/4 time here at Richmond Crescent, and we see the Eastern Suburbs side increasing their marginal point lead at half-time. They now lead by 3 points, 9 goals for 58 to Corio, 7 goals, 13-55, and that was the Lexus of Wyndham's scoreboard, third quarter. We might take a break and we'll be back to have a quick summary of that quarter and present the last quarter to you.